What is up, YouTube and the SMITE community? Rathan here. I'm back with a new video on the top 5 mind you could use while playing SMITE. A lot of SMITE is mind games and psychology, and baiting your opponents into doing certain things based on your actions is extremely powerful. I'll show you guys how to use some of my favorites, and hopefully it helps you win some games. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I'll be cranking these out over the next couple of days, so let's get to it. All right, moving right in. Number 5, the first one of our video today. Just be present. This happens so much with early invades and in the early game. Just because you are out of mana doesn't mean the enemy team is paying attention. You still do damage with your autos. And just by having your character present, especially with newer players and mid-level players, you're a deterrent for ganks and people trying to take objectives. The same thing goes for enemies on the objectives. Just by being there, even as a tank, you create doubt, you create something else that the enemy team has to pay attention to and give them something to worry about while they're trying to take an objective. It's extremely powerful in a lot of cases just to show up. You get this a lot with ganks, where a jungler may not be in a great position to pull off an actual gank, but just by showing up, you can gain lane pressure, you can get an invade. You know, they don't have anything. They would never kill the Achilles in the enemy solo lane, but just being there forces him to back off and head to the tower. An enemy health bar, no matter what it is a deterrent. All right, moving right along to number 4. This is one of my favorites. Frenzy to disengage or deter team fights. We've all been there. Team finishes an objective. Enemy team is coming in on us. We're backing out from the Phoenix. We're out of abilities, and we're about to get piled. Frenzy can still be one of your best friends. Frenzy means fight. When players see an enemy frenzy come out, they immediately go into a conservative or defensive mode. They tend to pull back. They think there's danger there. The same thing goes with globals like Thor or Thanatos ults. If you see them go up in the air and you don't have your meditation or your shell or your Aegis or your beads, have your support pop their frenzy. They're less likely to jump in, assuming that an absolute kicking is waiting for them when they land. Frenzy can be as much of a deterrent as it can be as an aggressive tool. Try using this when you get into trouble and watch what happens. Everybody backs off. It's awesome. All right, number 3, ward baiting. We're starting to get into what's called compulsive behavior. It's where something happens and a player or person is conditioned to do something about it. The first one is ward baiting. This can be used in a ton of different places. Objectives, sieging, around corners, during ganks. The idea here is that most people, when they see a regular ward or even a sentry ward that they're able to kill, they're so compelled to go take it out that you can use this to your advantage. If you really need a pick to get an objective, let's say their solo laner is problematic and you know he's on the right side of the map. You know the enemy has the fire giant sentry because you tried to take it last time. All you have to do is toss a regular ward down, wait for that solo laner to come over and try and kill it, and then your whole team is waiting there to take them out when they do it. It's really simple. You can use this on Phoenixes, right? Place a ward inside of the Phoenix. When their tank comes up to attack it, to take it out, thinking you're just messing with them, then you engage and blow them up. It's a very powerful tool, especially when you really need that pick to create an advantage for your team. Number 2. Tower protection. Another compulsion that we're all conditioned to do as newer players is protect the towers. Everyone's always focused on keeping towers alive at all costs, even at the cost of other more important objectives, especially the mid-tier 1 and side lane tier 2s. Try this the next time that you guys win a team fight. When you win the team fight and your team is heading to an objective and you're a character with a lot of more mobility or a global, like a Thor or a Circad or somebody who can get out of dodge if they get into trouble, split off and push a wave into the mid or side towers instead. Make it look like you're just a dummy who's split pushing and out of position. Unless the enemy team has specific vision on your team on the objective, 9 times out of 10, they'll rotate over to try and kill you and defend their tower instead of going for the objective. Even if you die, giving up yourself for a free fire giant and everybody else is usually a pretty cool idea. All right, number 1 on my top mind in SMITE, corner camping the jungler. Everybody loves respawning. It's a chance for a fresh start to get out there, get back to farming and ganking. For junglers, this is especially true. I'm a jungler, I love when I respawn because it gives me a chance to take a look at the map, plan my route, and plan what the next 3 to 5 minutes of my game is going to look like. Junglers are often the ones dictating the pace of the game. They're the ones forcing the ganks, creating pressure, and getting inside of their head is absolutely the best way to win. We've all stolen speed buffs or turned on them when they engaged, but this is next level. The next time you and your team clear a Phoenix or push deep into enemy territory after killing a jungler, take a second to see how long he has left to respawn. If it's less than 15 seconds, usually around 10, pile up on the enemy speed camp, toss a ward over the corner, and get ready to blow them up when they come around. When they unsuspectingly come for the buff, you'll be waiting there, you'll explode them, and for the rest of the game, every time they come out of base, they'll question whether or not they're going to get destroyed every time they turn the corner and go for speed. This is going to force them to ward in places that they wouldn't usually ward, and it's a great way to get an easy pick if you plan on going for a fire giant or another objective after sieging. Taking them out is fantastic, and getting inside of their heads so they're constantly going around every corner wondering if you guys are there waiting for them is going to affect them for the rest of the time that they play. This is an awesome way to use psychology to get an advantage in Smite. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope these tips and tricks are helpful for you as you continue to play Conquest. Please don't use the last one against me at all if you find me in your games. But definitely let me know in the comments below if this is helpful for you, if you want to see other videos like this, other video suggestions. I'll be taking one random comment of what to do next and giving them a skin if I decide to use their video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.